Everyone knows Toyota and Honda make the most reliable cars, right? Or is that just a myth? What about the American trucks that have racked up over 500,000 miles without breaking a sweat? Or the European cars that have outlived their owners? I'm Mike Anderson from Garage IQ, and today, we're counting down the 17 most reliable cars ever built. The #1 car was submerged in the ocean and set on fire, and still ran. And it's not what most people would expect. Let's get started. Number 17. Saab 900. Kicking off the list is the Saab 900. Built like a tank with quirky Swedish charm, this car could take a beating and keep going. In fact, a 1989 Saab 900 SPG famously cleared 1 million miles. Not bad for a brand most people forgot existed. Number 16. Mercedes-Benz W123 E-Class. The W123 E-Class is arguably the best of German engineering from the 80s and 90s. This car was so overbuilt that mechanics used to joke that they'd last longer than the owners. It could rack up to 1 million miles easily, and it did it with style as the car came with soft leather seats and a beautiful wood trim. Number 15. Chevrolet Suburban. The Suburban isn't just an SUV, it's the height of American engineering. Whether hauling families, towing trailers, or serving as a rolling command center, the Suburban has been racking up absurd mileage since the 1930s. It's the king of V8-powered durability, with some older models still running strong after 400,000 miles or more. It's proof that size and simplicity still matters. Number 14. Volkswagen Beetle. The Beetle didn't need power or luxury to become a legend, just sheer stubbornness. Its air-cooled engine had fewer parts to break, and the entire car was built to be fixed with basic hand tools. Some Beetles out there have clocked 500,000 miles, all on a design that dates back to the 1930s. This little bug became the ultimate underdog, slow, simple, and practically unkillable. Number 13. Toyota Prius. When the Prius hit the streets in the early 2000s, a lot of people thought hybrids would be unreliable science experiments. More batteries, more problems, right? But Toyota flipped that script. Prius owners started posting 200,000, even 300,000 miles with no major issues. The hybrid system turned out to be super reliable, and the car's simple, practical design made it an easy long-term companion. Love it or hate it, the Prius earned its spot on this list. Number 12. Honda CR-V. Reliable? Check. Affordable? Check. Spacious, efficient, and ready for a road trip at the drop of a hat? Double check. The CR-V is one of those rare SUVs that's good at everything, and its rock-solid drivetrain has earned Honda a permanent seat at the reliability table. With minimal maintenance, early CR-Vs are still chugging along with 300,000 miles or more on the clock. It's a family-friendly tank that's happy to play nice on pavement or take the dirt road home. Think your car's going to appear in this list? Let us know how long you've been driving your car in the comments. Number 11. Toyota 4Runner. The 4Runner isn't just reliable, it's legendary. While other SUVs turned into soft suburban grocery getters in recent years, the 4Runner has stayed true to its rugged roots. Body-on-frame construction, a naturally aspirated V6, and a drivetrain that refuses to quit. This thing was born for off-road abuse and still lasts longer than most sedans. With regular maintenance, it's not unusual to see 4Runners cross 400,000 miles, all while taking the harshest roads you can think of. If reliability had a mascot, it might just be the 4Runner. Surprised by the list so far? Let us know in the comments if your car has outlasted any of the top 10 on the list. Number 10. Mercedes-Benz W123. If you ask any European taxi driver from the 1980s what the most reliable car ever made was, they'll probably say the Mercedes W123. And for good reason. According to classic Mercedes-Benz specialists and historical data from Mercedes Enthusiast magazine, these cars routinely crossed 500,000 miles with nothing more than oil changes and basic upkeep. Launched in 1976, the W123 wasn't just reliable, it was over-engineered to a fault. From its bulletproof diesel engines to its tank-like suspension, Mercedes built these cars to survive not just daily commutes, but decades of abuse on cobblestone streets, unpaved rural roads, and blistering autobahns. Even today, W123s are still used as taxis in parts of Africa and the Middle East, proof that reliability this good never goes out of style. Number 9. Ford Crown Victoria. When a car becomes the default choice for both police departments and taxi fleets, you know it's built to last. Produced from 1992 to 2011, the Ford Crown Victoria wasn't exactly fancy, but it was damn near indestructible. According to Consumer Reports, the Crown Vic consistently scored above average for long-term reliability, thanks to its old-school body-on-frame construction and the legendary 4.6-liter modular V8. What made the Crown Vic so special was its simplicity: a rear-wheel drive setup, a bulletproof 4-speed automatic engine, and no complex electronics to fail. Police fleets routinely push these cars past 300,000 miles, and with regular maintenance, some civilian owners have hit 500,000 miles or more. It's a relic of a bygone era, but one that refused to die. Number 8. Nissan Frontier. According to J.D. Power's long-term dependability studies, the Nissan Frontier has consistently ranked as one of the most reliable mid-size trucks on the market. And that's not just marketing hype. The Frontier's reputation for ultimate durability comes from its simple design, rugged frame, and engines that prioritize longevity over cutting-edge performance. Models from the early 2000s are particularly renowned, with owners regularly reporting 250,000 to 300,000 miles with minimal issues. In fact, a 2017 Frontier made headlines for clearing 1 million miles, all on the original V6 engine. While newer trucks chase high-tech features, the Frontier's old-school, if it ain't broke, don't fix it approach has earned it a cult following among work truck buyers and off-road enthusiasts alike. Number 7. Toyota Camry. If reliability had a poster child, it would probably be the Toyota Camry. This sedan isn't flashy, but from the data acquired by Consumer Reports, it has ranked among the most reliable cars in America for more than 2 decades. Whether you're talking about the bulletproof 2.2-liter 4-cylinder from the 90s or the refined V6 found in modern versions, the Camry's engines are built to outlast the body panels around them. According to a few sources, more than 2.3% of Camrys on the road today have crossed 200,000 miles, a figure well above the industry average. Some owners have even documented 400,000-mile Camrys still running on their original powertrains. The formula is simple: reliable engines, low-stress transmissions, and conservative design choices. It might not get your pulse racing, but the Camry's ability to keep going, year after year, is nothing short of legendary. Number 6. Volvo 240. Ask anyone who grew up in the 80s or 90s, and they probably rode in a Volvo 240 at some point. And there's a good chance that exact car is still on the road today. According to Hemmings, the Volvo 240's reputation for unmatched durability came from a combination of understressed engines, tank-like build quality, and Volvo's obsession with safety and structural integrity. The 240's red block 2.3-liter 4-cylinder engine is borderline indestructible, and its rear-wheel drive layout means fewer drivetrain headaches. In fact, a well-documented 1987 Volvo 240DL famously crossed over 2.6 million miles, earning it a place in the Guinness World Records. Even today, car lovers routinely push these cars past 400,000 miles, often with nothing more than basic maintenance and maybe a few scratches. The Volvo 240 wasn't just reliable, it became a symbol of sensible durability, proving that you didn't need luxury or performance to build a car that would outlive its owner. Number 5. Honda Accord. Few cars blend reliability, practicality, and driving enjoyment as well as the Honda Accord, and the numbers back it up. According to Consumer Reports, the Accord has held a top 10 spot in its annual reliability rankings for more than 2 decades, And long-term ownership surveys consistently show Accord owners keeping their cars for 15 years or more. What makes the Accord so bulletproof? It's Honda's relentless focus on drivetrain durability. With engines like the F23 2.3-liter four-cylinder and the legendary J-Series V6, earning reputations for lasting 300,000 miles or more. Add in simple, well-sorted suspension and quality electronics, and you've got a car that's just as happy commuting to work as it is doing cross-country road trips for decades. In fact, a significant percentage of all Accords on the road today have crossed 200,000 miles, making it one of the longest-lasting sedans ever made. Whether you're buying one used or rolling a new one off the lot, the Accord is the kind of car that feels like a lifetime investment. Number 4. Toyota Land Cruiser. There's reliable, and then there's Land Cruiser Reliable. According to Top Gear, the Land Cruiser isn't just a car, it's a global survival tool, trusted in war zones, deserts, jungles, and mountain trails where failure is not an option. From the FJ40 to the modern 200 series, Toyota has developed a way to make under-stressed engines, heavy-duty transmissions, and old-school mechanical simplicity. And that's what works for the Land Cruiser. In fact, Toyota itself once claimed that more than 80% of all Land Cruisers ever built are still on the road today. A staggering statistic for a vehicle that's been in production since 1951. From the legendary 4.2-liter inline-six diesel in the 70 series to the indestructible 4.7-liter V8 in the 100 series. 100 series, Land Cruiser engines are built with longevity first and power second. The Land Cruiser ranks as the #1 longest-lasting vehicle in America, with over 18% of Land Cruisers on the road surpassing 200,000 miles. And that's just in the US. Globally, many are still going strong well past 500,000 miles, especially in places like Australia's outback and Africa's remote villages. If your life depended on your car starting every time, the Land Cruiser would be the ultimate insurance policy. Number 3. Mazda MX-5 Miata. You might not expect to see a tiny sports car this high on a reliability list. But the Mazda MX-5 Miata is no ordinary sports car. According to Car and Driver, the Miata has one of the lowest long-term maintenance costs of any sports car in history. And thanks to its lightweight, low-stress drivetrain, it's also one of the longest-lasting. The original NA Miata, with its 1.6-liter or 1.8-liter inline-four, is a masterclass in simplicity. No turbos, no exotic materials. Just a lightweight car with a tiny engine that never breaks a sweat. Even today, Miata owners regularly push their cars past 250,000 miles, and forums like Miata.net are filled with high-mileage stories from owners who drive their cars hard and still never worry about reliability. What really sets the Miata apart is how hard it gets driven. Track days, autocross, back-road thrashing, and yet it still lasts longer than many cars. A 2023 dependability study from J.D. Power ranks the Miata among the top sports cars for reliability, a testament to Mazda's keep it simple, keep it durable philosophy. It's proof that driving fun and long-term durability can go hand in hand. Number 2. Ford F-150. When a truck holds the title of best-selling vehicle in America for over 40 years, it's not just about clever marketing or shiny features. It's about earning trust year after year. The Ford F-150 has done exactly that, not just by being capable, but by being damn near indestructible. The F-150 ranks among the top trucks most likely to hit 200,000 miles, with many workhorses pushing far beyond that. Fleet managers, contractors, farmers, all know the F-150 can handle heavy towing, brutal off-road work, and endless hours idling on a job site without complaint. The 4.6-liter V8 from the early 2000s became legendary for its simple, low-stress design, and even the more modern EcoBoost V6 has proven surprisingly tough under pressure. In fact, many sources consistently place the F-150 at or near the top of their long-term dependability studies in the full-size truck segment. And it's not just about engines. Ford's body-on-frame construction, beefy suspension, and overbuilt differentials all contribute to its ironclad reputation. You don't get to be America's truck of choice by accident. Whether it's hauling lumber, towing boats, or clocking 300,000 miles as a family hand-me-down, the F-150 isn't just a truck. It's a generational workhorse that refuses to quit. Number 1. Toyota Hilux. If there's one vehicle that defines indestructible, it's the Toyota Hilux. This isn't just a reliable truck, it's a global legend, with a reputation so bulletproof that it's almost become a joke. And yet, the facts back it up. Top Gear once set out to destroy a Hilux. They dropped it from a crane, submerged it in the ocean, and set it on fire. Yet it still started and drove away. That wasn't luck. It was Toyota engineering at its absolute finest. First introduced in 1968, the Hilux was designed to be a workhorse for the world. Simple mechanicals, overbuilt suspension, and engines that traded power for near-eternal durability. Whether you find them in the Australian outback, African deserts, or South American mountain villages, Hilux trucks are still running after 500,000 miles or more, often with original parts still intact. According to Toyota Global, the Hilux has been sold in over 180 countries, making it one of the most globally proven vehicles ever built. It's not just a truck, it's a lifeline in places where breakdowns could mean the difference between survival and disaster. From humanitarian aid convoys to war-zone supply lines, the Hilux isn't just trusted, it's relied on when nothing else will do. And if that wasn't enough, the Hilux also holds the record for the highest altitude ever reached by a 4x4, climbing to over 21,000 feet in the Andes Mountains. When your reputation is built on impossible reliability, even the sky isn't the limit. The Hilux didn't just earn the top spot, it cemented it. It's not just reliable, it's immortal. These cars are amazing and practically indestructible. So if you want to buy a car that you can hand down to your kids, you should definitely check out one of them. If you found your next companion, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos on iconic cars.